Hi guys, welcome once again. So today we are going to study nested loops. Okay, but before getting into the class, I would like to ask you a question. Did you study the previous lecture on loops for loop? If you have not done it, please don't watch this. You go back the part one of for loop. Please watch it first, then you come here. Okay. So what is the nested loop? Nested loop. A loop within a loop is called as a nested loop. Okay, a loop within a loop within a loop is called as what a nested loop. Now, how it is working? Okay, first, how it is what working? Let us understand. Okay, now I have written a program now. So I'm going to write a program. So the program is integer main. Okay, and I've written here right now in these places. Understand this, okay? Understand this concept first, okay? You must be writing return 0 as the last line. Okay, now the question comes you right now. I have put here right now in this place is integer j is equal to 1, okay? And I put here in this case printf percentage d, I put j, and I put here printf, I put slash. Okay. If we ask you a question in this program, how many statements are there? Okay. So for you to understand it a little better, I'm going to clear this. Okay. Now, yeah, I'm going to put here in this case j is equal to 1. Okay. If we ask you a question, how many statements are there in this program? So how many statements are there in this program is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 statements I have. Okay. So j is equal to 1 is a statement. What is the first line? First is a declaration. Okay, declaration is creates a memory. Memory is done during compiled. The statements are executed. So here I have 4 statements. I have. Now I am going to say right now in this places I put a for j is equal to 1, j is less than or equal to 5, j plus plus I have written, and if I ask you a question in this program right now, how many statements are there? Right now in my program, 3 statements are there. See, 1, 2, and 3. Why not 4? No, sir. This printf is statement of the for. The for is a statement now. For itself is a statement. Remember, for itself is a statement. That statement contains a printf inside. Okay. Therefore, this is one statement. This is my second statement. This is my third statement. Okay, sir. Now, if I run this program, what is the output I'm going to get? I'm going to get what in this case is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's going to go next line after that. Why? Because if you don't put a brace after the for, how many statements are associated? Only one. If we don't put a brace after the for, only one statement is associated, right? Therefore, this printf is not part of the for. It is outside the for. Now, if I run this program, I'm going to get the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then it's going to come out and print a new line. Then it's going to return the 0. Right? Now, let me ask a next question to you. When I run this statement 1, when I run this statement 1, this statement printed this printf. How many times it printed the printf is what? 5 times. Right? That means this statement was executed 5 times because it's part of the for. Correct. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add another statement on the top. I put right now here, see, I put a for I is equal to 1. I declared I here. Okay. I is less than or equal to 3, I plus plus. I'm going to write like this. Okay. I'm not putting a place. Now if you ask a question, how many statements I have in my program right now? My program has only 3 statements. Which are the 3? This is for, this is my second statement, this is my third statement. So what about this for? This for is a statement of this one, of this for. This for is a statement of this for. Okay, therefore I have only three. Okay, sir, now I put a brace. Curly brace. I opened here, close here. That means by putting a curly brace, what I have done, I combined multiple statement into a single statement. That means inside the this for right now I have a two statements. Which are the two? One and two. My program has how many statements? Only two. Which are the two? One and two. So these two statements are part of what? Part of the for. Correct? So how it is working? Now, whenever you are executing a loop, for every iteration to execute a statement, right? We saw like this, how it works. First it starts with the initialization. First, it starts with the initialization, then it goes toward condition. After that, it executes a statement. After executing the statement, it will go forward, updation. After updation, again, it will go back to what? Condition. This is a structure. Now, I'm going to execute this. How it is going to work? Let's see. If I is 1, 1 is less than or equal to 3. Condition is true. If this condition is true, I'm going to come inside. When I come inside J, I'm going to need to execute this statement. Boss, I need to execute this statement. J is 1, 1 is less than or equal to 5, condition is true, I'm going to print 1. After printing 1, J plus plus, why? I have to go to this iteration, updation, right? Because initialization, condition, statement and updation. I went to updation, J plus plus, J became 2. 2 is less than or equal to 5, condition is true, I put 2. 3, 3 is less than or equal to 5, condition is true, I print 3. 4 is less than or equal to 5, I printed 4. 5, I printed 5. Then J became 6. 6 is less than or equal to 5. Condition is what? False. If it is false, I am going to come out. When I come out of this, because this for does not have a brace, I came out, I skipped only one statement, I skipped. And I want to print this. I printed a new line. Okay, after printing, I reached here. If I reach here, means what I should do? I need to go here. When I go here, I plus plus, I became how much? What? 2. 2 is less than or equal to 3. Condition is true. J is 1. Again, I come inside. Remember, condition is similar. I need to execute the statement. I come inside. When I come inside, it will start with the initialization only. Okay. J is 1. 1 is less than or equal to 5. Condition is true. Print 1. J plus plus 2. 2 is less than or equal to 5. Print 2. 3. 3 is less than or equal to 5. Print 3. 4. 4 is less than or equal to print 4. 5. 5 is less than or equal to 5. Print 5. J became 6. 6 is less than or equal to 5 is condition is false. Skip one statement and I'm going to print a new line and I'm going to go again for I plus plus. I became how much? What? 3. 3 is less than or equal to 3. Condition is true. I'm going to come inside. Again, I start with J is what? 1. 1 is less than or equal to 5. Condition is true. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. J became 6. False. I came out. I print a new line. Again, I go for I plus plus. I became what? I became 4. 4 is less than or equal to 3. Condition is what? False. I come out and return. In this structure, in this output, you can see 3 rows are existing. 3 rows are existing. 1, 2, 3 rows are there. Why there are 3 rows? Because my outer loop ran 3 times. Each row contains 5 columns. Why? Because my inner loop runs 5 times. That means for every iteration of the outer loop, the inner loop will run that many times. I went to new line for 3 times. Why? Because I executed the printf 3 times. This printf is where? Inside the I for. Is not inside the J for. Therefore, is executed only 3 times. Therefore, I got only 3 lines. Therefore, whenever you want a row column structure in your program, always use a nested loop where the outer loop will deal with the rows, inner loop will deal with the columns. Inner loop will deal with what are columns. Okay. Remember, I put a curly brace here, is end here. This is part of this statement, and this statement is part of the for. Sir, let me ask a question. Think about this. If I want right now, instead of 5 columns, I want 6 columns. What I should do? I'll make here 6. Instead of 3 rows, I want to make 4 rows. What to do? Make it 4. That's it. The outer loop will deal with the rows, inner loop will deal with what are columns. This is a structure of it. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to give you a small output for you. I'm going to put you something on the board right now. Write on your notebook and get the output on your notebook. Okay. Then we come and verify. Okay. I'm putting it. Please write in your notebook, solve it, and come back. Say j is less than or equal to I. Okay. So you need to keep a track of your I value. Last time I had put a constant. This time I put an I variable. For you to better understanding, I am putting brace also. Print the percentage D. But I put what? J. Print of what? Slash N. It was a brace. Okay. So what you do? You write in your notebook. Write. Stop the video. Go to solve by yourself and come back. So what is the output you should have got? The output should be like this: 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I is 1. If you have not got it, listen to my explanation. Otherwise, take it forward, go to the next. I is 1. 1 is less than or equal to 5. Condition is true. Come inside. J is 1. 1 is less than or equal to 1. 1 is less than or equal to, if you want, write the I value here. I value was 1. 1 is less than or equal to 1. Condition is true. I printed 1. J plus plus 2. 2 is less than or equal to 1. False. Printed a new line. Go for I plus plus. I became 2. 2 is less than or equal to 5. Condition is true. Come inside. J is 1. 1 is less than or equal to 2. Come inside. Print 1. J plus plus 2. 2 is less than or equal to 2. Condition is true. Come inside. J plus plus 3. 3 is less than or equal to 2. Condition is what? False. Skip. Go for new line. Go for I plus plus. I became 3. 3 is less than or equal to 5. Condition is to come inside. J is 1. 1 is less than or equal to 3. Print 1. J plus plus 2. 2 is less than or equal to 3. J became 3. 3 is less than or equal to 3. J became 4. False. Come out. Make a new line. Go for I plus plus. I became how much? It is what? 4. 4 is less than or equal to 5. Condition is true. Come inside. J is 1. 1 is less than or equal to 4. Print 1. J plus plus 2. 2 is less than or equal to 4. 3. 3 is less than or equal to 4. 4 is less than or equal to 4. 5. 5 is less than or equal to 4 is what? False. Come out. Make a new line. Go for I plus plus. I became 5. 5 is less than or equal to 5. J is 1. 1 is less than or equal to 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. J became 6. False. I came out. I became 6. 6 is less than or equal to 5. False. I came out. This is what the structure is. Whenever you want our right angle triangle, use this. Why? Because here row number 1 has 1 column. Row number 2 has 2 columns. 3 has 3 columns. 4 has 4 columns. 5 has 5 columns. Where I associated the for column, I associated the row number here. Every row starts with 1. Why? Because my J starts with 1. Every row ends with a row number. Why? Because my J is ending with what? The row number. Whereas the outer loop is controlling the number of rows, inner loop is controlling the number of columns. This is what I told you. Okay. Sir, my output I want to go like this. What I wanted right now, what? I want the output to go in this format. What I wanted: 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What is the difference here between this and this? Here every row started with 1. Here every row ending with 1. That means here the ending is going to be 1. Therefore, instead of I is not a variable, it is 1. But here it is in the increasing order. Here is in the decreasing order. Therefore, what I'm going to do, j should be greater than or equal to 1 and j what? Minus minus. What is my starting point? Here the ending was a row number. Here the beginning is a row number. Therefore, what I'm going to do simply, I'm going to write what? I. Start with the larger, end with the smaller and decrease it. If I value is 3, what will happen? J is 3, 3 is greater than or equal to 1, print 3. J became 2, 2 is greater than or equal to 1, print 2. J became 1, 1 is greater than or equal to 1. This J became 0, false, I came out, I print a new line, I plus plus, I became how much it is what? 4, 4 is less than or equal to 5. Understood the concept? Okay, now see, all your programs are going to follow this only. Okay, you need to, if whenever you have a right angle triangle, you don't need to break your head of different logics. Okay, what do I mean by this? Look at this. I want right now. Okay, I'll just type the code and show you first this code. Okay, then we'll go. 1 I is not equal to 5 I plus. So here what we said, what for j is equal to 1, j is less than or equal to what? I, j plus plus, I, j plus plus. What I should put? Print percentage d, comma what? J, and I put a slash in not inside the j loop, because after completing one row, I need to go to the next line. Remember, slash n. I put it right now. Okay. So now I'm going to run the code. I got that. But what we want 3 2. 1 to 1, 3 to 1, right? The ulta pattern of this, the reverse pattern of this. Okay, in this case, what we wrote, start with the row number, end with what? 1, and then what did I say? Decrease it. That's it. Over for me. Got it? Okay, sir. Now I'm going back to my this. Okay. 1. Okay. J is less than or equal to what? I, j plus plus. Correct? This is what we wrote it for the first. Now I want a different stuff, different pattern. Okay. What do I mean by this? So if you like my session, kindly share, subscribe, and like. Okay, so let us learn something what more on this. Okay, so right now I have this 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Correct? I noticed. What I wanted right now, like this. Okay, what I wanted is, I want to say here, it is see 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is what I see. I have this structure, but I want this structure. In this structure, the space was automatically created when you press enter. When you go to the next line, after printing 1, when you go to the next line, the space automatically generated. But here what happens? Here you cannot generate, the space won't be generated automatically. You have to generate. Okay. What I need to do? If I want to do this, I am going to analyze. See, there are 4 spaces. How many spaces I have? 3 spaces. How many spaces I have? 2 spaces. How many space? 1 space, 0 space. 4 spaces. Got it? Now look at this. The total number of columns in this first row is 5. In the 5, I number of digits are there. Therefore, how many space will be 5 minus I space? 5 minus I what? Space will be there, right? 5 minus 1 is 4, 5 minus 2 is 3, 5 minus 3 is 2, 5 minus 4 is 1, 5 minus 5 is 0. 5 minus I spaces need to be generated before I print the digits. So I have 5 rows only. Okay. Therefore, how I'm going to make a change in my code? Let's go to the compiler. So this is what we have. What I need to do, I need to add a space. Okay. This is 5 rows are there. Each row has I number of columns. But what happened? Before printing the I number of columns, what I should do? 5 minus I number of spaces. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put for j is equal to 1. J is less than or equal to 5 minus I j plus this. And I'm going to say print space. So how it works? When I is 1, 1 is less than or equal to 5, true. I come inside j is 1, 1 is less than or equal to 5 minus 1 is 4, first space. J became 2, 2 is less than or equal to 4, second space. J became 3, 3 is less than or equal to 4, third space. J became 4, 4 is less than or equal to 4, fourth space. J became 5, 5 is less than or equal to 4 is false. Come out. J is 1, 1 is less than or equal to 1, print 1. J plus plus 2, false. Come out. Print a new line, go for next row. Got it? Yeah. We added a space. Okay. Now let's go. I want my pattern to look like this. See, after 2, again 1. After 3, I want to have a 2, 1. After this, I have what? 3, 2, 1. After this, I want to have a 4, 3, 2, 1. Sir, how many rows I have? 5 rows. No change. My outer loop will run only 5 times. But my column has increased. There is a space column, there is a first half, and there's a second half. Space, we worked on it. First half, we worked on it. The second half, how it works? If the first half ends with 2, it starts with 1. If the first half ends with 3, it starts with 2. If the first half ends with 4, it starts with what? 3. If it ends with 5, it starts with what? 4. That means, what is the meaning of this? This is your I value. This is your I value where row number, correct? What is starting with 1 less than the row number? Where is ending with 1? The ending is constant. So what about here? Don't worry. Why? Because if your row number is 1, 1 minus 1 is 0. If it starts with 0, end with 1, condition will become what? False. Correct? Therefore, this part is in the descending direction where the ending is 1, right? But the beginning is a variable. The variables we talked about is I minus 1. Therefore, what I'm going to do? I'm going to add an additional loop in the same. What is the additional loop? This is, we talked about. This is for the outer rows for the row we set. This is for what? The space we set. This is for what we set what? The first half we set. First what? Half we did. Now we are talking about the second half. The second half. See, remember, it has to be done before I print a new line. Correct now? For where it was starting with. Starting with what? I minus 1. Because this is ending with I. It starts with I minus 1. And it was going in a descending direction. J minus minus. I put right now in this case. Print percentage what? D. Comma what? J. I'm going to run it. Yeah. Let's see what it is. Yes, I got this. Yeah. So we got the idea. Okay. So now I'm giving you one simple problem. Okay. First solve that problem. Then we will go to the next problem. Next we'll understand. Okay. So let us solve this problem. Okay. What is the problem I want you to solve? I want to solve this problem. Okay. What is that? A, B, A, B, C, B, A, P, C. This is what I want to build like this. Look at this. Now, whenever you want to solve problems, the characters, don't try to attempt it directly. Okay. Now, first, what you do? Convert them into a number. See, A I converted to 1, B 2, 3, C to what 3, 4, 5. This is what I did. I wrote the same thing in the number. Now you'll get an idea. What is the idea is you are getting? See here, the first part, the spacing is there. There's a spacing. There's a first part is there. There's a second part is there. The first part is spacing, you know how to generate. What is the logic we already discussed? What is the first part is same. Only thing is the first part starts with a variable, ends with a 1. The second part starts with 2, ends with what? The row number. Correct now? The first part starts with the row number, ends with 1. Second part starts with what? 2, ends with what? A row number. What to do in this case is, okay, go make an attempt, then come back. So what is the difference was? The spacing was same. The first half was starting with the row number and ending with what? 1. Listening. Remember, make sure that you change to what? As it will turn to be an infinite loop. The second part begins with 2, ends with what? The row number. But it is increasing. What I got? Right? But what I need to do? Convert them into a character. Want to convert them into a character? Add what? 64 to it. Done. That's 64. And here put what? Percentage C. Percentage C. That's it. Run the code. Got it. Yeah. Solve the next one. I want the output to go like this. Let us, okay, if you want to start by yourself, stop the video, write in a notebook, analyze it. Okay. No, sir, I'm not able to analyze it. Listen to me. Okay. Then you analyze it. See, look at this. Now, how many rows I have? 5 rows. That means my outer loop is going to run only 5 times. Okay. Now look at this. Each row has how many columns? Is 10 columns. Okay, now, in the 10 columns, in the first row, I have a 1 character and 1 character here. That means I need to leave 8 space. Total 10, 1, 1. That means when I is 1, I need to leave what? 1 character here, 1 character there, 8 space. When I is 2, 2 character, 6 space, 2 character. When I is 3, 3 character, 4 space, 3 character. When I is 4, this is 2 and this is 4. Correct? Right? Yeah. Now, you have a 8 tens. In the 10, I have a 10 minus 2 is what? 8. 10 minus 4 is what? 6. Right? 4 is here. 10 minus 6 is what? 4. 10 minus 8 is 2. 10 minus 10 is 0. That means we have to print in each row I number of characters, and then I need to print 10 minus 2i space, then I number of characters. Now the spaces come in between, remember. 10 minus what? 2i, correct? I and I. Okay, so now look at this. In the I number of characters, the starting is always constant, ending is what? Variable. Ending is what? The row numbers. Here the starting is a variable, the row number. Ending is what? 1. That means in the first one, I need to print the characters in ascending. Second one, I need to print in what? Descending. So as I told you, don't work on what? Characters. Work on numbers. 1, 2, 3. Convert them into what this. Okay. If you want to solve, stop the video, solve it and come. Okay. What was the difference we saw? There was two halves were there. Okay. There were two halves of the first half and the second half was there. Like last program. But only difference is in the first half, there were high number of characters. The first half, the structure was like this: first half, space, and the second half. No, the one just interchanging. First half. In the first half, there is high number of characters where starts with what? 1, ends with what? I put what? J plus plus. Right? I put a right now here percentage C. In the second half, same. It started with the descending order, right? Started with I, ending with what? 1 and J minus. Correct? The space was not 5 minus I space. We said 10 minus 2I space. Okay, there was a characters first, then the space, then the second half. Therefore, I made the structure like this. Got it? Yeah. If you have any question, you can put it in the comments and we'll answer you. Okay. Now I'm going to give you another problem. Okay, guys, I want this output to happen. What I want this output to happen is like a diamond. Now, what I observed it, what was generated last time is here. What is being added and addition is being added. Correct? What is the additional? Reverse of the first one. What is the reverse? What is printed on the fifth time is supposed to come on the first, fourth, second, and third is third, and the second is what? Fourth, and this is first is what? Fifth. Correct? It's just reversed it. The structure. I'm talking about only this. Correct? Therefore, what I need to do? Simple thing. Go to your code and simply go and change here. Instead of printing the first row first, print the fifth row first. 1 and what I got? Minus. Done. Done. But now what I need to do, if I want that pattern, what I should do? Okay. What I'm supposed to do? Again, I need to do the same thing. Correct? But again, I need to add what? The first row first, second rows. Simple thing. What I need to do? Go back. Copy the same thing. I need to go because two different structure, right? Therefore, I can't run a loop in ascending and descending together. Therefore, what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy paste the same thing. The only thing is what I'm going to do, I'm going to put here in ascending direction. There's a change is there still. Okay, done. I got it. But what has happened? The A is repeating twice. In my output, it was not repeating, it was coming only once. Okay, so what do you do? Simple thing, go here. Change start with 2. End with 5. That's it. Got it, guys? Yeah? You understood? Now I am giving in another problem for you. I want this output to be built like this. Scratch your head. Do not keep on watching the video. Okay, understand the structure. Remember, my output has 9 rows. But in the 9 rows, the first 5 rows are one structure, then next 4 rows are another structure. First 5 rows are one structure, 4. The same last time also we had 9 rows. The first 5 were decreasing, the last 4 rows were increasing. Okay, so the structure is different. Analyze and then you come back. So have you analyzed this? See, what is a spacing structure? The first row has 4 space and 1 star, 3 space and 2 stars, and 2 space and 3 stars, and it is 1 space and 4 stars, and 5 no space and 5 stars. 5 stars is only this much. Okay, which is you can do simple thing. Okay, let's go. Let's do this. First part I'm going to do. Let's break down the problem into smaller one and solve it, then come back. So we had said was like this. What is that? For we already studied in teacher, sorry, I is equal to what? 1 and less than or equal to 5, I plus plus. And I need to print a new line. What we said was, sorry, slashing. Correct? So I need to print the slashing, correct? Then what I need to do, I need first is what? I need to put the, before printing the slashing, I need to worry about my spacing. What was the spacing logic was? 5 minus I. 5 minus I, J plus plus, and I want to say print percentage C. What I should put? Sorry, I need to put a space. Space 5 minus I space. Then how many stars were there? I number of stars. Therefore, what I put what? For J is equal to 1, J is less than or equal to I, J plus plus. Printf. What I should write? What? Star. Then the code, I got this. But then this only the first part right now. Now let's go to the next part. The next part is in this. See here in this, not 5 stars are there, 9 stars are there in this line. Correct now. So what I should do? I have only 5 stars, but I need what? 4 more stars are needed in the line number 5. Correct? Okay, it's a simple solution for you. In line number 5, you want 9 stars right now. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. That means this is changing for a condition, one exceptional condition, right? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to simply put it like this. I'm going to say if I is equal to 5, and I don't need to iterate again more, therefore I'm going to simply make I is equal to 9. Because after this now when you go, it will become 10, 10 is less than or equal to 5, false, I'm going to come out. Simple. Got it? Okay, sir. Now let's go to the other part. The other part has a different structure. What is the structure is what? This right now. So here, 4 spaces. Everywhere 4 spaces. Always 4 spaces are there. But first time I need to print 4 star, 3 star, 2 star, 1 star. The number of stars are decreasing. Right? Number of stars are decreasing. Therefore, what I'm going to do? But always I need to print what? 4 space. Correct? It's a separate structure altogether. Remember, After completing the 5 rows, you are doing that. Therefore, it cannot be inside this. Okay, it has to be another structure. For I is equal to, again, where this first time in 4 star, 3 star, 2 star, 1 star. For your rows where I should be greater than or equal to what? 1 I minus minus. Correct? But I need to always print 4 spaces. Always I need to print 4 spaces. For what I put j is equal to 1, j is less than or equal to 4, j plus plus. How can I put print space? Done. Then I'm going to do here right now. For now, after printing the space, what I'm going to do? Now I need to print that many stars. I stars I need to print. Therefore, j is equal to 1, j is less than or equal to I, j plus plus. I'm going to print what? Print a star. Right? And then I'm going to put a new line. Print slash in. Correct? Because after clicking one line, I go to the next line. Put it right now. See, I got the structure. Got this? I hope you understood. Okay. So let's go to, I'm going to give you one problem. Solve it. We are going to solve more problems. Okay. And please, I'm going to give you a lot of output to take in your notebook. It's in the Google form. Please ensure that you solve that. Okay. If you don't solve it, you are not going to understand it. Just solve it by yourself. Okay. I want this to happen like this. Okay. I want, if you all are not able to solve, please put a comment. I will give the solution to this class. Okay. Let's put a star. 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 Is like a diamond. Okay. Let's try this. You can also try this one. Okay. When you have this, you can try this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, get this for me. If you are not able to solve, please put a comment. I will solve. But try. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So now, see, I'm going to give you a problem. Okay. I'm going to give you an output. You need to write this on your notebook. Okay. Sincerely, do write this on your notebook. After writing this, solve by yourself, and then you come back. Then we will verify the answer. See, I am going to give you an output on the screen. Write the output in your notebook. Solve it by yourself, one step, and then you come back and see the result. Okay, and verify the result. This is your question. Okay, do it sincerely. Write in your notebook. This is printf. It looks like if it's printf. Okay, printf slash n. It is inside this I loop. Okay, but I put the brace like that, but it's inside it. So if you want, I can make it a little better. This is down. Okay, this one. This is printf. And then you will understand what is the challenge you are facing. Okay. So I hope that you made the effort. Okay. So let us see how you should have solved this problem. What is the output I should get it. Okay. Now I want, first is my x is 0. X is what? 0. I change the color for you so that you understand better. So 0. Then I is 1. 1 is less than or equal to 5. Condition is true. Then it comes inside and it makes a y as 0. J is 1. 1 is less than or equal to 3. It comes inside. It makes the z and put what? 0. X plus plus. X is increased by 1. Y plus plus. Y is increased by 1. Z plus plus increased by 1. X, Y, Z. What is the answer I get? 1, 1, 1. After this, it goes J plus plus. J became how much? It is what? 2. 2 is less than or equal to 3. See my Z again back to 0. X plus plus. X is 1, it becomes 2. Y plus plus. Y is 1, it becomes 2. Z plus plus. Z is 0, it becomes 1. X, Y, Z. What is it? 2, 2 and 1. J plus plus. J became 3. 3 is less than or equal to 3. Z is back to what? 0. X plus plus 3. Y plus plus 3. Z plus plus is what? Z plus plus is what? 1. It was 0. It became 1. X, Y, Z. 3, 3 and 1. Now J plus plus. J became 4. 4 is less than or equal to 3. Condition is what? False. I come out. I print a new line. I print an additional new line. Then I go for I plus plus. I became how much? It is what? 2. 2 is less than or equal to 5. Condition is true. Y is back to what? 0. Y is back to 0. Why? Because the initial is. X is remains the same, 3. J is 1. 1 is less than or equal to 3. Z is back to 0. Erase it so that you understand. It is back to what? 0. X plus plus. X is 3. It becomes 4. Y plus plus. Y is 0. It becomes 1. Z plus plus. Z is what? It is 1. X, Y, Z. What is it? 4, 1, 1. J plus plus 2. 2 is less than or equal to 3. Condition is true. Z is 0. Again, Z back to what? 0. X plus plus 5. Y plus plus. How much it is what? 2. Z plus plus. How much it is? 1. I print X, Y, Z. How much it became? 5, 2, 1. J plus plus 2. 2 is less than or equal to what? Sorry. J plus plus 3. 3 is less than or equal to 3. Z is back to what? 0. X plus plus 6. Y plus plus 3. Z plus plus. How much it is what? 1. X, Y, Z. How much it became what? 6, 3 and what? 1. J plus plus. J became 4. 4 is less than or equal to 3. False. I come out and make an empty line. Now again you go for I plus plus. I became how much it is what? 3. 3 is less than or equal to 5. Y is back to 0. Y is back to what? 0. J is 1. 1 is less than or equal to 3. Condition is what? True. Z is back to 0. X plus plus. X became 7. Y plus plus. Y became 1. Z plus plus. Z became 1. Print X, Y, Z. How much it became? 7, 1, 1. J plus plus. J became how much it is what? 2. 2 is less than or equal to 3. Z is back to what? 0. X plus plus 8. Y plus plus 2. Z plus plus. How much it is? 1. It prints 8, 2 and 1. J plus plus. J will become how much it is what? 3. 3 is less than or equal to 3. Z is 0. Back to 0. X plus plus X became 9. Y plus plus Y became 3. Z plus plus how much it became? 1. X, Y, Z. 9, 3, 1. J became 4. False I came out. Print the new line. When for I plus plus I became 4. 4 is less than or equal to 5 condition is true. Is going to come inside. My next output would be what? 11, 10, 1, 1, 11, 2, 3, 1. And it is 12, 3, 1. And next output is going to be I became 5 is supposed to be 13, 1, 1. Next is what it became what? 14, 2, 1 and 15, 3, 1. And it is I became 6 false I came. This is structure. Okay. Now you must have understood. Now you see here, what you can see in this output is what? See here, your X value is always on the increasing mode. It 1 to 15 it went. Whereas the Y value, for every iteration it increases, again it goes back to what? 1, 2, 3. Again it goes back to 1, 2, 3. Whereas Z value is always 1. Why? Because X is initialized only once. It is outside. Therefore, it was retaining all the values. Why Y is every time initialized to Y is giving 1, 2, 3 is because Y is initialized to 0 for every row. Every time when you come inside, your Y is getting initialized to what? Therefore, it retains a value of this loop. So when you go back again, Y backs to what? 0 again. Whereas Z is what? For every iteration, Z is initialized to what? 0. That's the reason every time it what? Change to what? 1 again. Okay. Therefore, if you initialize here, this value, if you change inside the loop, anywhere you change it, it will retain it. If you see here, if you change inside, it will what? Retain it. But once you come outside, once you go back, it will again go back to what? 0. Okay. Understood the concept? Okay. Now I'm going to give you a problem. Then you solve the problem. This is the question for you. Okay. What is the question for you is you need to print this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 0. Okay. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Solve the problem by yourself. I'm not going to solve it. It's follow the previous. Okay. But now what you need to do here, see. After 9 it is 10. It is 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. But you need to convert the 10 to what? 0. How to get the 10 to 0? For 10 modulus 10 would be 0. 11 modulus 10 would be 1. 12 modulus 10 would be what? 2. Therefore 1 modulus 1 is what? 1 modulus 10 is 1. 2 modulus 10 is 2. 3 modulus 10 is what? 3. But 10 modulus 10 is what? 0. Okay. So this is a structure you can use. Okay. Solve by yourself. I'm not going to solve this problem. You solve it. So this triangle is called as Floyd's triangle. Floyd's triangle. Okay. The next one we will see something called Pascal's triangle. What is the Pascal's triangle? See, this is what the Pascal's triangle is. 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 3, 3, 1, 1, 4, 6, 4, 1, 1, 5, 10, 10, and what? 5. You must have understood how this is getting generated. Okay. See here, this 2, I get it by adding the previous 2. 1 is there. Okay. Now, how did I get this 3? 1 is the beginning. How did I get this? Add these 2 and get it. How did I get this 3? Add these 2 and what? Get it. How did I get this 4? Add these 2 and get it. How did I get 6? Add these 2 and get it. Okay. Now, what is these 2? Okay. Let us see here. This is the 0th row and 0th column. Okay. You should see actually one first row, but I put 0. Why you understand? This is the first row zeroth column and first column. This is a second row, zeroth column, first column, and the second column. This is a third row, zeroth column, first column, second column, and third column. Zeroth row, first column, fourth row, zeroth column, first column, second column, and fifth row, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, how did I get a value for fourth row, first column is by adding third row, zeroth column with third row, first column. How did I get a value of this 10? That means how do you get a value for fifth row, third column is by adding fourth row, second column with the fourth row, third column. That means how to get a value for ith row, jth column is go to I minus 1, j minus 1 column, add it with I minus 1, j column. Okay, sir, but then that means so far we only were printing it on the screen, correct? Now, what we are doing here in this case, how to get the value? Now, I need to get the values. What is printed on the screen, how to get it? Okay, in this case, what are the ways we could have solved this problem? If I could have known arrays, what I could have done, I could have used an array and retained the previous row values in an array and I could have used for the current one. But so far, I have not learned arrays. Arrays will help me to store the data and use it. The further I can use it. Or I could use a matrix, same. Arrays and matrix will be able to help the previous rows, previous column values and build it. But right now, I don't know. Okay, now, in an array, I could have simply written here in this case, I throw jth column. I took it to I minus 1, j minus column, add with what? I minus 1, j column. I would have done it. There's another way is existing. What is the other way is using a function. What is these values are? It's a combination formula. What is the formula for this one in this case? N factorial by n minus r factorial into r factorial. What is n here? The row number. The row number is 4 factorial by 4 minus r is nothing but what? Column. N minus r. N minus 1 is what? 3 factorial into 1 factorial. 4 factorial is how much I'm going to get what? 24. 3 factorial is how much it is what? 6. 6 into 1. This is, I get 4. How did I get this 6? Okay, let's say, how did I get this 10? 10 is nothing but 5 is my n, 3 is my r, 5 factorial upon 5 minus 3 factorial into what? 3 factorial. 5 factorial is 120 upon 5 minus 3 is 3. 2 factorial is 2 multiplied by 3 factorial is 6. 2 6 are 12. 20 by 12 is what? 10. But sir, if you want to do this, what I should know the functions where I need to reuse the factorial calculation, right? I can otherwise every time I need to calculate, it will become a too tedious task. Okay, sir. I don't need an array. I don't need a function. But without these two, I can what? Solve this problem. How? I'm going to use the same concept. What is the concept is what? Where n is my row number, r is my column number. But we know it very well. N factorial, if you know the solution for n factorial by n minus r factorial into r factorial, if you know the solution for this, you can generate a solution for n factorial by n minus r plus 1 factorial into r plus 1 factorial can be generated. How? Simple thing. If x is the solution for this, to get this answer, what you do with the x, you need to multiply. Okay, you need to multiply with x, what you need to multiply n minus r divided by r plus 1. What is my x here? Let us see here in this case is if I know the solution for this, that is fifth row, first column, I know my n is 5, my r is what? 1. If I know the solution for fifth row, first column, I can generate a solution for fifth row, second column by simply saying fifth row, first column is 5. 5 into n minus r. What is n is what? 5. What is r was what? 1. What is r plus 1 is what? In this case, r is 1. 1 plus 1 is what? 2. Correct? So, 5 into 4, how much it is what? 20. 20 divided by 2, how much you get what? 10. So, it's simple for me. You always have, when I begin a row, you always start with 1. 1 is nothing but the solution for 5 factorial by 5 factorial by 5 minus 0 factorial into 0 factorial. That's a solution. Now, if you know this, you can generate the next one. How to generate the next one? If I want from this, I can generate this. How? I can say simply I can apply this formula. What is the formula? Is what? With the 1, you multiply n minus r. What is n minus r? N was 5. What is r was? 0. Divided by r plus 1. R was how much it is what? For the next r is 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. So 5 by 1 is how much I get what? 5. I get this. If I have this, I can get the next one. How? Simple thing. What you should need to, with the 5, you need to multiply n minus r. N minus r is what? 5 minus 1. R plus 1. How much you get what? 2. That means here 5 into 4 is 20. 20 by 2 is what? 10. Okay? Got it? We know it very well. Every row is starting with 1. Right? Every row is going to what? End with 1. So, with the formula will help me? Yes. How? Because if I have the solution for this, I can get this. How? If I have the solution for this, I can what? Get this, right? How? I can simply say here, my n is 5. 5 into 5 minus 4 divided by, what I should, r plus 1 is 5. 5 into 4 is how much it is what? 5 into 1 is 5. 5 divided by 5 is what? 1. Since we know the first solution, the rest can be automatically built. Okay. Therefore, what I'm going to do, simple thing I'm going to go ahead. If I want a solution, but remember for every row, it was starting with what? 1. Now you must be aware of this. Why did I start with what? 0. Okay. My row starts with 0. My column is also starts with what? 0. Because I wanted to apply this formula here. I want what? Apply it. Okay. So what I'm going to do? I'm going to the code. Remember, every row was starting with 1, every row. The spacing logic is there, you know it very well. What is that? If you have first row has how many space what? You must have seen in the previous lecture. First row has what? 4 space. Second row has what? 3 space. 2 space. This logic we know it, okay? 1 space. It goes like this right now. So this is, sorry, the first row would have been 5 space because total is 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1 and now. Correct? Okay. So how do I do? That you know it well. The last lecture you must have seen it. Okay. How to build a space. I'm not going to spend the time on it. If you have not it, go back and see the last lecture. You'll understand. Okay. So I put integer as 1. So for the row, how many rows were there in my example? 6 rows were. The first is row. That means if we want to put row, first I'm going to build a row. 6 rows were there. Therefore, I'm going to put a for integer, I is equal to 0, I is less than or equal to 5 because I wanted for the formula, I need it. Okay. Where it is, if you want, I can simply write my row is I'm going to keep it n, my column is I'm going to keep it what? R. Okay. So it's easy for you to understand. Okay. N is less than or equal to 5. Now the space logic. What is the space was? J is equal to what? 0. J is less than or equal to 5 minus I, correct? And J is this. This is the spacing logic. printf percentage, sorry, add space like that. Now what I should do for row, r is equal to 0, correct? R is, how many columns were there? In first row, only one column. Second row, two columns. Third row, three columns. Correct now? Yeah. Look at the output here. See, first row, one column. Second row, two columns. Therefore, R is less than R equal to what? N. Okay. R. R plus. What we said? Every row starts with what? 1. My X was starting with 1. Therefore, I put X1. Now, what I should do? What I should do was I need to print this. Printf. First time when I came printf percentage what? D. I'm going to get a different structure. Yeah, we are going to solve this X. Now, when I come for the next time, my X value has to change. How to change? X is equal to with the current value. I'm generating the next row right now. Next row value. X needs to be multiplied by n minus r and divided by what? R plus 1. I want to print this. Print that slash n, correct? I'm going to run the code. Oh, but it's printed for me. What is printed for me? What? It is printed 5 minus I. Sorry, I should not use I because n is my row number. Sorry, 5 minus n. I got it 5 minus n. But what is happening for me right now? That space between is not there. It was not giving us a pyramid. So in this case, what I'm going to do, I'm simply going to say, you need to leave a space between this one right now. Same way between this, you need a leave a space. So what you need to do? I can put 2D here. What does a 2D means? 2D means while printing, the system will use two spaces for the print. Two spaces for the print, but it's going to print the X value from the right to left in the space. That means if you create a two space, and if you print one digit, the first will be left and the second one will be what? Printed for you. Let's see. Okay. Whereas if you put a 3D, what will you do? For every output, you allot 3 space, and then what will do? It will print the digit from right to left. Therefore, you might get a little, the spaces would be more, it might be get distorted. If you want to keep, I don't know, problem. Okay, now it depends on your decision. Yeah. Okay. I hope you understood. See here, my X needs to be initialized to 1 for every row because every row was starting with what? 1. And every row is ending with 1. I don't need to worry. Why? Because this expression gives me 1. So the expression was giving me what? 1. Got it? Yeah.